Hello, thanks for taking the time to stop and take a look at my proposal. My name is Matthew Hill, and I'm looking for contributions to help me go to graduate school and get my MBA in Business Sustainability. The program itself is located at the University of New York in Prague in the Czech Republic, and because the school is in Europe, I cannot qualify for a FAFSA graduate loan. And it seems that all the loans that I've applied for want repayment while I'm in school and want interest rates upwards of 15 to 16%. And I'm extremely hesitant to take this route because while I'm in school, and if something were to happen where I, couldn't find a position while I was in Prague, it would leave me in a position that would, put me in quite a predicament. I've already used my savings to secure my position in the program, which is about $3,900, and because of situations with the banks, I'm kind of in a position that's left me in limbo. I'm committed to going, yet I'm unable to find the funding for it. Ideally, I would need about $25,000 for the program. That would pay for all the tuition plus about a year's worth of living expenses. $15,000 is about the remaining balance on the program. It's a 2-year program, 18 months of classes, and then 6 months for your graduate thesis. And that's my computer turning on. So I'm an extremely hardworking student. I put myself through my undergraduate. It took me 10 years, but I paid for it all out of my own pocket as I could afford it. Although the last couple semesters my mom helped out quite a bit because I just couldn't let go of the program, or I couldn't fall behind in the program. While I was in class, I graduated overall with a 3.7 GPA and received numerous honors, these guys, and then also made the President's List honor roll 3 times. So I work hard, I take school very seriously, and this is something that I really think will help me make a difference. In exchange for your support, there are many things that I can do for you, ranging from the simple to the involved. All donations and donors will get a handwritten thank you card detailing why this why this program is so important to me and how thankful I am for your support. I volunteer at the local food cooperative here, and in exchange for a donation of $15 or more, I will give you a bottle of my homemade dishwashing detergent, which I sell through the co-op. All natural products, everything's naturally occurring, no phosphates, and it comes in a handy dandy reusable mason jar. For $25 or more, I'll give you the handwritten thank you card, the dishwashing detergent, and some tea tree oil infused laundry detergent that I also make. For a donation of $75 or more, we'll give you everything I just mentioned, plus a graphic t-shirt designed by my amazing girlfriend, who is an awesome illustrator and graphic designer. Basically, it will say something along the lines of, I helped send a stranger to grad school. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I trust your judgment, and it's going to be awesome. Just, I guess, email me with whatever size you would like. Professionally, I've been running a small business here in Savannah for the last 5 years. This has given me an amazing learning experience and an insight into how to run all the different aspects of a small business. For a donation of $100, I will help you, if you're a freelance artist, small business owner, in optimizing your online presence, if you will. This is all, I'm not a professional at this, but these are all things I've learned over the last 5 years, from your AdWords accounts to setting up a Facebook ad, just regular Facebook pages, blogs, WordPress, Twitter accounts, everything from Google AdWords to Webmaster. I'm not, like I said, not a professional, but I've gotten pretty good at it, so everyone calls me when they need advice on these things. So I will give you a full Saturday's worth of work on that. So send me what your company does. I'll take a look around at the industry and see how you guys can be best represented on the internet. I am also an unabashed nerd. I love making stuff. It's a lot of fun. And for a donation of $150, I will make you a custom little solar charger, such as this one that I made on my messenger bag. It's 3 4.5 volt panels charge a bank of batteries that I use to recharge my Bluetooth headset. It also works. I've tried it on other USB micro or mini USB devices. As long as it's 4.5 volts, yep, that's it charging. It works great. So I can make you something similar to this that you can just put on your bag. I can make something that's standalone to attach to your backpack. Pretty simple, easy, small. Another thing I can do, similar, Altoids tin, charges a bank of batteries, and you can use it, for your iPod or cell phone, just as a power boost. Won't run directly off of it, but it will charge your batteries. For a donation of $300, I can make you something a little bit more powerful. This is a solar laptop charging case that I made for my laptop. I've got an HP TM2, and it fits inside here perfectly. There's a bank of batteries that it charges in the bottom here, and power goes to a 12-volt automotive plug that you can just plug in whatever charge you have. I also use it for charging my cell phone, iPod, or whatever. Any type of automotive charger will work in this guy. So that's 300, easily done. I'm also a pretty proficient woodworker. For $250, I'll make you just about anything that you can imagine that'll fit in a box about yay size. Really good at handcart boxes. If you've got a design you want to see on like a jewelry box or something, just email me. We can work out a fun design, and I'll get that built for you. I also, if we want to get into the higher donations, I am a canoe and kayak builder. And although supplies cost a pretty penny for this, especially the fiberglass, it's so much fun for me to build them that for $3,000 I will make you a custom designed kayak to your specifications. We can do everything from a big fishing style, Greenland style kayak to a small surf kayak. It'll be all wood strips. I'll put some pictures on this video somehow of the one I'm working on now. They're gorgeous. You take it out and you will definitely get some conversations picking up out of it, one of a kind. And finally, when I plan to go to school, I plan on selling almost everything I have. I've got a '69 VW Baja Bug that I was planning on converting into an electric car, but I just never had the time or money to do it. I've got a lot of other projects, obviously. So $1,000 donation, I'll sign the title over to you. The program starts in February, so ideally I'd be leaving in late January for a donation of $4,500. You can have my Volvo V40. It's 2000, I believe, and really good shape. It's a Volvo. I've done all the regular maintenance from timing belt to oil changes, so runs like a champ. It'll keep running for a long time. If you want it, it's yours. I'd be more than happy to give it to you. And finally, my most prized possession is sitting behind me. It is a 12.5-inch Dobsonian telescope that I built for my astronomy class. It's one of those projects that I went a little bit overboard on. Extremely overboard on, actually. I actually use it now for doing double star analysis and star spectrometry. Edit that out. Analyzing star spectra to see what kind of chemical composition they have in there. It's a hell of a telescope. I've seen all the moons of Jupiter. The rings of Saturn are amazing. Heck, even the Orion Nebula, it's an oldie but a goodie, you know. $5,000 donation. I know it's a price tag, but I feel it's worth it. And with the amount of options on that guy, you will not be disappointed. I promise you that. And if you'd like a similar telescope made for you, I can get the supplies and material to build a 10-inch for, I believe it's about $2,000 is what I was asking, or another 12-inch without all the bells and whistles for $3,000. Again, that one has a finder scope that I made from scratch, as well as an equatorial tracking platform, solar filter so for sunspot tracking. And yeah, too much stuff to list here, but it's amazing. I think that's just about all the donation stuff. So I've got an extremely powerful desire to try to help make a positive impact on the world. I'm an Aquarius. We all tend to be idealists, I guess. And while people like me most often seem to end up as activists, I really believe that helping companies find a more sustainable way of doing business is going to be my best chance to make the biggest impact possible on this planet we share. Ideally, I would like to end up in a field where I can go into like a large factory and help analyze their business processes and just find better ways of doing business, you know. We all want to be idealists and say it should all just be this way, you know. We should just stop emitting carbon dioxide or whatnot, but we've got to get there, and I want to work to get there. So if Indiegogo allows me, I'd like to repay every contribution that's made to me. Like I said, I'm not looking for a handout. Once I graduate and find a decent position, I'll start repaying back largest donations first at U.S. Treasury bill rate plus 1%. I'm doing this because students like me, U.S. students that want to go overseas to study, just don't have an option for student loans. Like I said, not looking for a handout. I want to repay everybody back. So whether it means you need to take a screenshot of when you're making a donation and send it to me, or just send me your address and like a time date stamp. I'm not quite sure how it's going to do because I don't know how the payment system works. But on my honor, I will repay back every single person that makes a donation possible. So I think that about wraps it up. Thank you for your time.